Why were they missing chances you would expect them to put away?
Yeah, is this the Odegaard's second chance? See, even there again, that...
Snatched it.
Yeah, he snatched it. You put your money on there that he scores that. I think that's bread and butter for him. I think he'll be the most disappointed today, I think. With like Carlton says, that's two big chances. There's a few half chances for Saka, but I think for me, Odegaard, he could have won the game for Arsenal with them two chances.
But, you know, to win the league title, they need that striker. They need it. They need to go and get Ivan Toney. They've got to hope that I'm sure he's training really hard. I hope that he can hit the ground running. Gabriel Jesus, I've said it before, works tirelessly for them. Nketiah, for me, is not a top striker that's going to get you 20 goals. He'll probably do well at a West Ham or somebody like that. But at Arsenal, you need that striker that's going to get you a goal out of nothing. You know, Villa have had that this season with Ollie Watkins. You've seen a couple of chances today where he nearly made something out of nothing. They need that top-quality striker who's going to get them 20 goals. But you need that.
Who?
Well, the only one that's available now is Ivan Toney. That's the only one.
Do you take a punt on someone that hasn't played for a long time?
Yeah, but it's difficult. But you hope that... once he's... I'm not sure when he can start training. Back at,
I think he can train, but he can't play until January.
No, he can't play in the league till January,
yes.
But he can play in practice games behind closed doors.
Yes.
You know, the way that they've muted it, I think he's likely to go, and I think it's likely to be Arsenal. And if he can hit the ground running for Arsenal, then I could see Arsenal's being serious at winning the league title this season. Because Man City, make no mistake, they're going through a blip at the moment, but they will kick back into game. De Bruyne will be back, and then, you know, they have Miss Rodri, who's been outstanding for them. You know, once they get those players back, they'll kick into gear, and they can go, as we know, 15, 16 games on a winning streak.
Or 18.
Or 18 games. Yeah.
Ivan Toney, is he the solution?
Listen, on the form that he was in before the suspension, then yes. We've both been obviously played for a long time in a game. Yes, you can play behind closed doors for me. Yes, you can train, but it's nothing like the intensity of the Premier League. He would have to start, you know, from day one. I don't think you can afford to maybe bed him in for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Just to touch on that as well, I think Jesus, we watched the game and he had a chance when he could have took it in.
Correct.
That's the moment there, the details that we're talking about, we were watching, and I think someone passed it into him and he was in, if his touch is right, and he's one-on-one with the keeper, and he just didn't quite happen. Whereas I think like Toney, that's bread and butter for him as well. So, listen, it's a difficult decision. Will Brentford let him go? We don't know.
Brentford will let him go. If they get 80 million for him, they'll let him go. At his age, they're doing well, Brentford. They're playing well, they've got the players there, you know, so at his age, at 28 years of age, if they get 70 to 80 million for him, they'll let him go.
OK, I'll throw this out. They lost today, Brentford. They had more possession in their fixture. They had only 4 shots on target. Why? Mbeumo's injured. Toney is suspended, he can't play. If they want to... I don't know, they could be in a relegation battle at some point if they can't score goals. Are they really... They could say, all right, 80 million is going to come your way. How much do you get for staying in the Premier League? They could force Toney to say, because they need his goals. Yeah.
Oh, no, listen, they're the ones in charge of the situation. He's under contract, so they can make a decision whether he goes or stays. But this is their one and only chance now to get this type of money for Toney, because once he goes now 29, 30, you're not just talking the 80 million, you're talking the 80 million plus his salary. So that was the situation with Harry Kane. Once they turned down the offer that they turned down for Harry Kane, and then he's coming to his 29th, 30th birthday, you're then talking it's 150, 160 million with no return. So if they decide to keep Toney, they're keeping him because, obviously, like you said, to stay in the Premier League. But can they go out and get a couple of players that might be able to keep them in the Premier League with the money that they get for Toney?
Yeah.
And I think as well, Toney as well, don't forget to try and sign someone in January, not just for the league, but for Europe as well. Yeah. Because most top players will be cup-tied. Yeah. So, you know, Toney can come in and play in Europe and in the Premier League. So that is probably another reason why they might be looking at that as well.